I was just going to do some scanning. If you want to turn on YouTube, I don't have a button for it. Oh, you did already. I see it. Never. Okay, my bad. All righty. So we got 15 minutes to go. Let's look at the broader markets and see if we can find some setups for Monday. There, I think that's scaled a little bit better. All right, spiders here, you know, pulled in. We're in the green trading room at Master Trader. You know, nothing going on there, but Qs for Monday. So we had a very bullish reversal here after the little sell-off last week. Bullish consolidation at resistance, gapped up, red bar. This would be what we call a breakout with red bar ignored, relative strength, price void to all-time highs. Yeah, this is hard to read. Oh, shoot.
No, Dan, the other button, the one furthest to the right. You pull the other one in and when
Furthest to the right.
it's much easier. I know you have this mouse thing, but with a mouse, it's so easy. What you did was you removed what was to the all the way to the right.
I know, because this is not the Qs anymore.
Right, so you have to put it back. And answer those TC mails that won't pop up anymore. All the way to the bottom, under the prices. Yes. Pull that. Yes. No, push it all the way, all the way.
I know.
Now, the one a little further to the left is a small. No, you went too far. Yeah. No, down a little bit, right to your right a little bit. I can, yes. Push that to the right a little bit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. A little more. You don't need any of that. There you go. Now everybody can see the current prices very nicely.
See how teamwork works? Teamwork works.
But with a mouse, the scroll wheel makes that less brain damage.
Right. No, I get you. No, MAGA Man, no, we aren't using a stop as of now for us. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is scan the S&P 500, starting with the most up on the day, and see if we can find some candidates, long or short, to put on our watch list for next week. Insight, very bullish day. So it's extended now, but if we would get what we call a 1, 2, 3, an inside bar, then on Tuesday, we would buy it. Today, pharmaceuticals over yesterday's high, breakout to all-time highs, but I'm not chasing it. I'll just stop when I see something. There you go. NXPI, there was a number of semis that were showing amazing relative strength. So this moved up, and we're finding a lot of patterns that we have different flavors of bullish reversals, deep retracement, consolidating at resistance. So that is definitely going on the long watch list for a bullish stock or option trade. NXPI region. It's in a trading range. This would be a great one to sell a put spread under yesterday's low. Mealy, it's been on a tear for a while. We've traded it a couple times, but I'm not chasing it. Nothing. There you go. What's interesting about this is wide range bar, 1, 2, 3, 4 resting days in the upper 80% of this bar at resistance. And if you were to then look down on a smaller time frame, these 4 days, there's 26 15-minute bars in a trading day. This would be a very bullish smaller time frame, either an hourly or a 15-minute chart. That's going on my long list, DXCM. Yeah, I'm not going to be trading here into the close. We have sell setups on the 15-minute charts. We have triple witching. It's 3:48 Eastern time. This is where all of, not all, but a lot of the triple witching, unwinding, hedging, rebalancing is going on. So unless you are a very experienced trader, I recommend just scanning here with us. Although, you know, there were sell setups there, 15-minute chart. Look at this, Adobe to all-time highs. You know, it's up a couple bars, but that's just a controlled bullish uptrend. I'll put that on my list maybe to sell a put spread, which means I'll just, you know, drop down probably to an hourly chart and find a nice major support to sell a put on. TMOS, we're actually in. We entered this in our swing and options trader yesterday, and we're long the stock. It looks good. Amazon, we have on our long list for Monday. It's, you know, not at all-time highs yet, but it's a beast. And earlier we talked about selling an out of the money put spread that we call them 0 DTE. They expire just in a few hours, and we were going to sell at 26.60, and we were going to do it right at 3 p.m. And I said, look, the bet you would be making is that this support is going to hold for 1 hour. And this, the $10 spread we were looking at was 50 cents, 10 lot, $500 in your pocket in an hour. CSGP, that's strong, you know, that's strong continuation pattern. Splunk could be a put spread. In the video, we sold a put spread today under all this support. Hey, Alex, is humongous a word? My sister used to always say that as a kid, and we would make fun of her. We would say, what dictionary are you getting that word from? ATVI, what do I like about this one, Debbie? Tell me, quick. We're scanning. All right, I'll tell you. Bullish bar here, closing new high at resistance, 2 inside bars. It looks like it's threatening all-time highs, although this is just a weekly, so I can't confirm that. That looks fantastic. ATVI. Hey, just for our YouTubers, we're already in this, but look at this beautifulness. This is what we call HOLX, H-O-L-X, a breakdown failure. It broke down, made a new low, bullish engulfing, snap back to resistance, three consolidation days that barely penetrated this. Gap up today, bullish 15-minute chart. We bought the 15-minute high today. Looks fantastic. All right, let me go back to our list. T2 could be a put spread candidate under Wednesday's low there. This actually is weak. TCOM, T-C-O-M. This is 3 bearish bars in the lower part of this wide range bar. It's not a great price void. What we reference a price void is look to the left. I don't want to see a lot of support nearby, but put this on your list for a day trade short for Monday. TCOM. If this Autodesk had the bullish turn, consolidating at resistance, if it can take out the week's high, then it's a breakout with 2 red bars ignored. So that's worth watching. That's going on the list. ALPN. I don't see anything on the daily. you know, you might get a scalp there. All right, let's continue here. Synopsis. That's, you know, another 4 bars at the upper end of this. Oh, that's our Tesla. We already talked about that in the green room. Tesla, if Tesla can take out the week's high, looks higher to me. Looks like it'll blast through this prior pivot and make all-time highs. Clack. Now, I know it seems highly unlikely that it will do it, but this is also a bullish turn, 4 days at resistance, a red engulfing bar. But what you need to do, look at my 15-minute chart up here in the upper left, you know, just kind of eyeball it here, set an alarm at 196.50. Because if it gets up there and then takes out the high, break out to all-time highs. And that's what we call a breakout with red bar ignored. There, Apple, if it takes out the week's high, break out to all-time high. PayPal, I don't like the bearish engulfing after 4 up bars. I don't like, this is what we call a bearish engulfing on workday. Wow, a lot of red. Okay, anyone, what pattern is this? Green room. As I write it down, LBTYK. There you go, Damien. LBTYK. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Look, wide range bar at resistance, inside bar, and we like that it's red. And then it'll be a breakout on the daily and weekly. It looks fantastic, but it has to get over the high. If Tavo were here, I would ask him what that means about getting high. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, that was the NASDAQ 100. My bad. Because we're already gone through all those. All right, let's in our remaining 4 minutes here, we'll go through the S&P. Whoa, region. That is a power. That's what we call a wide range igniting bar. It's been in a trading range. You got rising 20, rising 50, wide range igniting to all-time highs. They are doing something right, and we aren't fundamentalists, so I have no care of what they're doing. This is saying they're doing something right. Putting that on my list. Ideally, I would want a 1, 2, 3 continuation, which means I want an inside bar on Monday, and then Tuesday buy over the high. It could also be a put spread under the low. Ed, I see your question on Hubs. Let me look at it. Hubs for holding long over the weekend. Yeah, looks fine. All-time highs. You had a little top and tail because of the pullback in the market. Hey, Ed, I don't know if they have weeklies, but that would be a good candidate to leg into a covered call. This looks fantastic. MKTX, trading range, red bar ignored, closing with a bottoming tail. This is a closing breakout. So a closing breakout doesn't have to close over everything. It just means the closing price closed over the closing prices of the other one. This looks great. MKTX. This looks fantastic. That's our Rolex. Look at that. We're already in it. I love when we say that. We're like, wow, this looks great. And damn, we're already in it. Here, I already wrote down, see DXCM. See, some of these stocks are in both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Adobe, we already have. WST, over the high. over the high, it might get going. You had a little downside shakeout here. Maybe a put spread, I'll write it down. Oh, that's pharmaceutical also. Never heard of it. West Pharmaceutical? I'll research it over the weekend. Alex Brex, VREX. Yeah. That's a beautiful short setup on the daily. That's going on the list. Relative weakness, green bars ignored, declining 20, 50, 200, breaking down on the 5, 15 minute. Alex, that looks good to hold over the weekend. I mean, that looks great. Anybody wanting short exposure? That looks fantastic. That's going in the letter. It's a short VREX. Thank you very much. You all are helping me with my weekend homework. This one could be a put spread, WBA, under yesterday's low. Debbie, I know you like this sector. It's perking right here on the 15-minute chart. So I'm just writing these down, and then over the weekend, I'll go through and see, just analyze them again and see if it's a stock. This looks great. I already wrote it down, MKTX. This looks great. What? There's so many stocks that are the same. Oh, Derek, see, that's why I need a couple of assistants. We're already in VREX. You're right. So we can add to it. You all crack me up. But see, that's twice now. That's twice we've been in trades that I said look fantastic. DX, why do I keep hitting the same stocks here? What is going on? All right, so anyway, it's 4 o'clock. That looks good. I like the bottoming tail on Garmin. I'll see if we can get a put spread on that for our weekly options traders. Yeah, selling a put spread under yesterday's low looks great. Yeah, everyone, whoever's sneaking out, have a great weekend. I see T-Tube pop there a little bit. McGraw, you can have that double iced tea for your SPX trade working out. McGraw is our resident SPX credit spread expert, sells out of the money put spreads, out of the money call spreads, and makes money when they expire worthless. It got a little dicey here at the low. He was short the 306s. And we all put our brain power together, and it held for him. All right, so that's it for the folks on YouTube. Come join us in the green trading room. We're pattern traders. We scan, we educate, we have fun. And what I'm doing right now is what we do for our advisory letter subscribers. We scan for setups like we do all day long. Our weekend letters are longer. A lot of research in there that Greg does, a lot of trades, but this is the homework that we go through. Everything starts with an analysis of the market, a market bias, sectors, market internals, and then we drill down and find the high probability setups. So I hope you enjoyed that little 15-minute scanning session. And I will, Greg and I will continue it on our own over the weekend. Yeah, happy Father's Day, Eugene. Thank you for that, for all the fathers out there. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day. And great weekend. And you all can email Greg or me as always with any questions. Adam, do you let SPY expire? Okay, Adam, let me answer that for you. All right, so you two folks have a great, great weekend also. And you can tune in and join us every Monday at 9 a.m. For our pre-market analysis. So on spiders, if you have an out of the money short option, they are still trading until 4. So let me give you the rules. And I have a very detailed document it's a third video in resources called When Can I Get Assigned? But I'm going to give you the Cliff Note versions, but I would like you to go review the full video because you watch it once and you'll never forget it. Auto, AUTO, assignment from the OCC, the Options Clearing Corp, is based upon the 4 p.m. closing price, settlement price. The option holder still has the right to make an exercise notice, typically up to 5 p.m. Eastern, an hour after the market. So if the underlying stock or ETF or whatever makes an adverse move after the market between 4 and, let's just call it, I don't know, 4:50 p.m. So you have time to call your broker, then yes, you can get assigned. So if you look at the options on spiders, they're still moving around right now. They're trading, they're live. You can buy and sell options on many ETFs until 4:15 p.m., including the spiders, the index ETFs. So you do have risk. It's your risk of getting assigned is, like I said, based upon if there's any adverse move, and then you have to have a smart enough option holder to say, hey, wait a minute, I'm now in the money. I'm gonna call the broker. And so that's it. That's the Cliff Note version, but go watch the video. All right, any questions? We did a great. Greg gave us this idea today. Oh, someone on YouTube's asking, does whatever I just said apply to SPX? Excellent question. Thank you for asking, and I should have volunteered that anyway. But if you have the SPX credit spreads, these are cash settled on the SPX. It's based on the 4 p.m. settlement price, which is 4 p.m. and then they get data in and it might adjust a little bit based on closing prices of all the components. But no, you do not have the same risk of adverse moves. So whatever the settlement price is at 4 p.m., if you're out of the money, short, 100% profit. If you're in the money, no stock's gonna be assigned to your account, but it's going to be cash settled. And you just gotta do the math of what your loss would be if it expires, if your short option expires in the money. If you're long it and you're in the money, then that's profit going to your account. Well, it's cash, but it's profit less whatever your cost basis is. Mark, that is correct. Mark, yeah, futures, they take a 15-minute break, 4:15 to 4:30. But on the weekend, and that's during the week, Mark, but I think on Fridays, and you're gonna have to research this because I'm not 100% right, but I think on Fridays, they shut down at 4:15, and I think they're done until Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. Does anyone else know that by chance? I gotta Google it, or you can Google it. Okay, Clint's saying it's right. Yeah, so they shut down at 4:15, and the futures take the weekend off also, and they start again at 6 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, so those are two big benefits of trading SPX. Credit spreads, options, is that they're cash settled, number one, so you have no assignment risk, and number two, you get long-term capital treatment for the gains. So that's a benefit for you active traders. See, Clint, so that's perfect. That's perfect. You got no problems. If you're out of the money, based on the settlement price, the coast is clear for you. But this, and I have a chart of that in my video and resources on when can you get assigned. I show you a real example that happened just a couple weeks ago that said, look, the spiders closed here and they fell they fell $4 after market. And yeah, then you would be at risk of getting assigned spiders, long over the weekend if you're short puts. Adam, if you had a loser put spread and it expired, can you get assigned? I'm confused. Sorry for. If you had a loser put spread, well, I don't know what a loser means. You got to put it in terms of, did it expire in or out of the money? If it, and please go watch that video, Adam. As being a subscriber of ours, you get access to all the resources in members area. David, we stopped out of ours. It hit the stop, so we stopped out. So Adam, it's what I just mentioned on the spiders. If it expires out of the money based upon 4 p.m. price, you're fine. If it expires in the money, you will get assigned, because that's the OCC rules. 1 penny in the money, you're going to get assigned. Trading and taxes, no. Stephen McCown, no, I don't on taxes. You know what, Stephen? I used to be, it's somewhat embarrassing, but I don't care. I used to be a CPA way back when, and I still have a CPA do my work forever. I don't want to be bothered with it. And okay, one more funny story on that note. I was married to a tax CPA attorney, really smart woman, and we got divorced amicably. We get along fine. And she was my CPA, my tax preparer for 10 years, because I wouldn't let her fire me because she was so good. And then finally she said, Dan, I'm firing you. I only represent clients that make 100 million a year, and you're too small now. So she finally did fire me. A true story. Yep. No, she did. She did all my planning. Ask again on Monday, Robert, when more people are around. A bunch of people left. Yeah, being a full time, that allows you to write off your business expenses and take ordinary loss as opposed to deferring any losses. All right, any other questions before we head out for some exercise or the beach or whatever your pleasure is on Friday afternoon? All righty, then, we did some scanning. I wrote down like 10 of them, and then you all gave me 10 of them. So I already got a good list of 20 stocks that are candidates for stock and option trades over the weekend letters. So thank you for that.